You ready? All right. Is everybody having fun at the Revel?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On April 3rd, 1948, 37 years ago, the very first performance of the Louisiana Hayride took place in the Municipal Auditorium in Shreveport, Louisiana. In the next 10 years, that show was to develop to national prominence more artists than all the other shows in country music history combined, including the Grand Ole Opry. They don't actually develop artists at the Opry. They go there after they're famous. Actually, KWKH had had a Saturday night show before World War II. It was in the Municipal Auditorium, and it featured such people as the Arizona Ranch Girls and Bob and Joe Shelton and the Delmore Brothers and Wayne Rainey and Hoke and Paul Rice and many others. It had closed down because most of the guys had gone into the service, including me. But in 1948, I was back with KWKH, and we had a lot of acts appearing on the radio station. And we convinced them that we should start a Saturday night show for promotion of the acts and for publicity for the station. The very first performance of the Louisiana Hayride, April 3rd, 1948, included the Bales Brothers, Johnny and Jack and the Tennessee Mountain Boys, featuring Miss Kitty Wells, the Four Deacons, Curly Kinsey and the Tennessee Ridge Runners, Harvey Smith and the Ozark Mountaineers, Pappy Covington's band, the Mercer Brothers, Tex Grimsley and the Texas Playboys. I was the MC and I was assisted by Ray Bartlett. And we started that first show just as we start this reunion of some former members of the Louisiana Hayride tonight by saying, the Louisiana Hayride. All the people who have appeared on the Louisiana Hayride, or who did appear the first 10 years on the original Hayride, we'd have probably 500 different people. Because that show developed into prominence an incredible number of people. Later on in the evening, I'm going to name most of them. Here are just a few that became famous on the show. Hank Williams, Webb Pierce, Slim Whitman, Farron Young, Jim Reeves, Kitty Wells, Johnny and Jack, George Jones, Bob Luman, Johnny Horton, and a guy that's going to be our special guest a little bit later on tonight. I'll tell you his name when we get to it. The very first band that I recall at all playing the very first number on the Louisiana Hayride was a group called Tex Grimsley and the Texas Playboys. Now, he moved from Texas to Louisiana, and he's been our state champion fiddler for many, many years. Here he is, the original Louisiana Hayride member, Tex Grimsley, in person.
Thank you so much, friends and neighbors. Thank you. Somebody said, how long you been playing the fiddle, Tex? I said, so long until the shadow of my elbow wore a hole through the floor. Gonna kick it off with Black Mountain Breakdown, just like we did on April 3rd, 1948 at the Louisiana Hayride with Horace Logan emceeing, and it goes like this. friends and neighbors. Well, I had to change fiddle. That was cross tune. This one here is tune standard. We fixed it to do a little tune here, one that we did on the Hayride also. One of the Bob Wills numbers called A-String Blues in the key of A, and it goes like this. For people to clap them hands together, lets me know I can still fiddle a little.